So just first off, thoughts on the team going into ACC play?
I think this is what we've been preparing for since the summer, and I know everybody's excited to finally go into ACC play. And now we're in ACC play, everybody's gonna be good. So we got to come out and got to be prepared for every game.
And also, these are 3 games in playing with Tiano. How are you feeling about your combo so far? And last game, obviously, she was a big part. You with the steals, but then she was a big part in pumping, pushing tempo, and getting the assists. So, how are you feeling about the way you two are playing together going forward?
It's exciting and it makes my job easier because I know she's gonna find me in the open spots and get me the ball because that's what she does best. And I'm excited to play with her this season.
And
Thanks, Patrick. Oh, go on.
Sure. Sorry. Just follow up. Last night, obviously, she was on the ACC Network broadcast talking about her cancer treatment. Just what are your thoughts on her just going forward as an advocate this season?
That's huge. I don't know too many people who could come back and play at the highest level after something like that. And I've seen her work very hard during off season, even during the season. We communicate a lot, and I know she's been working hard.
Thank you. The next question we're going to go to is Mark Larson.
Hey, Kiki, what's it going to be like to go to South Florida and stare out the window and kind of be locked inside? Is that almost like you'd rather not go?
No, because it's probably 80 degrees there. I'd rather get away from the cold. So that's always fun. That's one of the trips I always look forward to. I mean, people might think like, oh, you're used to the cold, but no, I still don't like it. I hate it. I hate snow.
But you're not allowed outside, right?
Nope. I'm going to be looking from out the window. We'll get a little breeze as we walk into the hotel and to the bus, but that's it.
Making a nice slow walk, right? What about playing an ACC game after basically playing 2 games in a scrimmage? How ready do you think you guys are?
I think we're very ready. We played a Power 5 team. That's our last game, so I think that was a good test for us. And going to ACC play and playing Miami on the road, I think that was a good test for us to get started in ACC.
Thanks, Mark. Next question we're going to go to is Mike Curtis.
Hey, Kiki. You just got out of your last practice before ACC play. What did you see from your teammates, and more specifically, the freshmen, that lets them know that they're ready for conference play?
I mean, Coach Q always prepares everybody, no matter how many minutes you play. Everybody's gonna be prepared, and I think that's what we've been doing all season. Not just because we're going to ACC play. So, I mean, he's always prepared us, and I think everybody's excited.
And just to follow up, your team is set to play Binghamton on Sunday. That's a non-conference opponent. What's it going to be like? I asked Coach Q this earlier. What's it going to be like going from ACC play back to conference play, and then you have to go back into that?
It should be the same. We shouldn't play any team any different just because they're not in the ACC. So it should be the same type of game.
Thanks, Mike. Next question, we're going to go to Thomas Schultz.
Hey, Kiki, good to see you. In the first 2 games, you scored 12 points combined, then you had 26 against Penn State. What was the difference there? Was there a readjustment to playing off ball, or was it another reason?
No, I think I realized I'm gonna have to score the ball. Playing off guard, that's what 2s and 3s do. They have to score the ball, and I thought in the first 2 games I was kind of passive, and I don't know, I was probably still adjusting to not playing the 1. But talked to my dad. We went over film. He told me I'm gonna have to score the ball, or it's gonna be a long season. We're not gonna get to where we need to be.
Thank you.
Thanks, Thomas. Okay, the next question we're going to go to Lindsey Kramer.
Hello again. I was talking to Coach Q when he was here a minute ago. The men's team is wearing the word equality on the back of their jerseys. I asked him about whether the women's team might do something similar. He said that's something you talk about as players constantly. What kind of message you want to send, and if you had that option. So is that sort of thing something you're considering as a team doing, and kind of where do you stand and how you feel about that?
Yes, we actually talked just right before the season started, and we all agreed on what we wanted to have on our jersey. I think that's something that's very important to me as being a Black female athlete. So that's something I really like push hard on.
What decision did you reach? Are you going to have something on your jersey this year?
No, we're not really sure, but it was some options thrown out. I can't really remember the options right now, but there were some options that were thrown out.
And then you probably saw Brianna Stewart was one of 5 Sports Illustrated Sports People of the Year to honor the activist athlete. She's a little bit older than you, but as somebody, coming up with the current age of athlete, what's the comfort level in general of you and your peers, not just playing basketball at a high level, but also if you feel like it's speaking out on social issues? Is that something that you and your peers are feeling more and more comfortable doing?
Definitely. Like I said, I'm a Black female athlete, so I'm gonna speak up every time I get the opportunity. And I think just being an athlete makes it a little easier for me. And I know there's been plenty of people, not even just females. There have been some of the male NBA players who spoke out against the issue, so that's also helped.
Thank you.
Next, we're gonna go to Tim Nolan.
Hey, Kiki, thank you for taking the time. You've taken 14 shots per game so far. And you said you watch film with your dad, you know you got to score a lot. Do you see that number increasing or decreasing as you go into ACC play?
I'm gonna hope it increases because, as you've seen, the first 2 games, I think I shot a combined shots of 12, and yeah, that's not gonna work. But I'm hoping it increases. But not just me shooting, also getting my teammates involved too.
Yeah, and another way you got your teammates involved on the defensive end. You had a lot of steals. You've been a prolific defender here now for a couple seasons. How do you manage, concerting all this energy to play in full court press, but then also shooting 14, 16, 18 shots a game to pace this team on offense?
Yeah, that's very difficult. But you have to be in the right type of shape for it, and it starts with what you eat. And I try to adjust my diet a little bit just because I know I'm gonna be playing over 30 minutes a game, and we like to press a lot, and I'm gonna have to score the ball. So, I mean, that's not really an excuse. I have to find a way to be able to still score and help my team on the defensive end.
Thank you.
Okay. Last question we have for Kiara today will come from Rashawn Fernandez.
Hey, Kiara. So Coach Q kind of just mentioned that he said he wants to set a goal of limiting the turnovers to 12 against Miami. I guess, has he talked to you guys about turnovers, and what's the key to sort of limiting those?
Yes, we have our goal sheet, and we don't make it. We have to pay the price in practice. So he's definitely gave us a goal sheet, and can't have more than 12 turnovers. And I know last game we had maybe like 19, almost 20. So that's not gonna really work once we start getting deeper into ACC play. We start playing the better teams. We're gonna have to limit those turnovers.
And what happens if you don't meet that goal sheet?
We pay for it in practice.